Oh boy, I sure am excited for my first police call. Time for some action. Calm down, kid. It's just a noise complaint for this crazy old man. Just follow my lead, we'll get this over with. Sir, we got a call about a noise complaint. X-Men, I'm in trouble. I need your help. What the? Sir, we just need you to keep it down. Magneto, my greatest nemesis. X-Men, this can wait. We must stop Magneto at once. What? Green Goblin! I should have known you'd partner with the likes of Magneto. Well, Green Goblin? It's not even the... You know what? Okay, come on, we're done with this. We're leaving. Great job, X-Men! We've won the day! Hey there, I'm the Learning Layman, and today we're going to talk about some real-life amazing animal superpowers. Sometimes nature is even more shocking than fiction, and that's especially true for our first superpowered creature, the electric eel. Capable of generating an electric shock of up to 860 volts, electric eels use their powers to stun prey and ward off predators. Despite their name, electric eels are more closely related to catfish than true eels. There are 3 distinct species and they're all native to the Amazon rainforest. Another fun fact, they've also been known to live for over 20 years, and they grow for as long as they live. Also, they will continue to add more and more vertebrae to their spinal column as they grow. Our next amazing animal is an invincible juggernaut. Extreme temperatures? No problem. Severe radiation? Easy. The vacuum of space? Prolonged dehydration? Just another day for the tardigrade. Known colloquially as water bears or moss piglets, tardigrades are 8-legged micro-animals. They're some of the most resilient animals on Earth, but fully grown, they're only about half a millimeter long. That's 0.02 inches. And you can find them everywhere. From the Arctic Circle, deep oceans, to deserts, doesn't matter. Tardigrades are just completely unstoppable. Next up, we have an amazing animal that can regrow entire limbs and even regrow parts of their spinal cord and brain. Axolotls absolutely have the superpower regeneration. If their arm or leg gets bitten off, they'll just grow a completely new one over the next couple of months. Now, they're a common household pet, but originally they inhabited the wetlands and lakes of the Mexican highlands. Also, I think they're pretty cute. On to our next animal, who is a true master of disguise, the mimic octopus. These guys can basically shapeshift. They're able to change their skin color, pattern, and even body shape to impersonate other marine animals. Watching these little guys transforming is truly amazing. Most animals who disguise themselves have just one trick, but the mimic octopus has been observed transforming into 18 different marine animals. They can grow to about 2 feet long and prefer to live in shallow river mouths and estuaries rather than reefs like other types of octopus. They're most commonly found around Indonesia, but live anywhere from the Gulf of Oman to the Great Barrier Reef. Now, I'd like to introduce you to the hairy frog, also known as the Wolverine frog. It gets its nickname partially from its 6 sideburns, but also from its unique ability to extend and retract claws from its fingers. But these aren't really claws. The hairy frog can break its own finger bones at will and push the sharpened bone shards through its skin to slice up any would-be attacker. They're native to Central Africa and can grow to around 5 inches in length. Blink and you'll miss our next animal. Peregrine falcons are the speedsters of the animal kingdom. They perform a maneuver called a hunting stoop, during which they can reach speeds over 240 miles per hour, making them, officially, the fastest creature on Earth. They possess a specialized respiratory system that enables them to breathe at these high velocities, as well as keen eyesight to spot prey from great heights. They thrive in most parts of the world and have even adapted to urban life with humans, using the tops of tall buildings as nesting points and feeding on large pigeon populations. Now, you might look at a sea cucumber and think it's nothing special, but these guys can hide from predators by liquefying and solidifying their bodies at will. With this bizarre adaptation, they can pour themselves into cracks and crevices, then secure themselves in hiding places by regaining their solid form. Sea cucumber skin is made of a unique type of collagen called mutable collagenous tissue. The tissue can stretch, slide, and reorient without damage. When a sea cucumber enters their rigid form, the tissue orients itself into a lattice structure. And if that wasn't weird enough, they can also expel their internal organs as a gross and toxic deterrent to any would-be predators. Yeah, I wouldn't eat that either. Dung beetles are not only known for their unusual diet, but also their super strength. They can pull more than 1,100 times their own body weight, a feat equivalent to a human pulling 6 double-decker buses. This incredible strength helps them to roll dung balls much larger than themselves across long distances. They're found on all continents except Antarctica, and as their name suggests, they eat the dung of other animals. Next up on our list, we have the mantis shrimp. These crustaceans have incredibly fast and powerful strikes, capable of punching with the literal speed of a bullet. The force of the strike can create a superheated bubble of water. Its 2 club-like appendages accelerate with the same force as a car traveling 50 miles per hour, creating cavitation bubbles that can stun, dismember, or even kill its prey. Moreover, mantis shrimp have trinocular vision, which means each of their eyes can gauge depth and distance independently. Finally, our list brings us to the immortal jellyfish. A mature adult immortal jellyfish can revert to its immature form called a polyp through transdifferentiation. This is a rare process in which the mature, specialized cells that make up the jellyfish can revert back to an entirely different structure. Aging, physical damage, and adverse environmental conditions can all start the process. In the wild, though, this tiny jellyfish, growing only about the size of a human fingernail, still usually succumbs to predators. But theoretically, an individual could live forever just cycling between adult and polyp stages forever. And that's going to do it for today's list. I hope you enjoyed learning about these incredible animals as much as I did. If you did enjoy it, please do like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. But I really just appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!